Hey Forza heads, back with another tune for you here. So we're just looking at a Hyundai Veloster in A-Class, as the A-Class lobbies are running at the moment. This was a request put in by the community, Kobe. So we're going to tune this for front wheel drive, no rear spoiler. It's got the parts that he wanted on it, which I'll quickly run through now.
Your instructor is one of the finest pilots this program has ever produced. His exploits are legendary. What he has to teach you may very well mean the difference between life and death.
The parts he wanted was the body kit, no rear wing, full clutch, we've gone transmission and diff as well, with a bit of driveline. The wheels we've kept stock, tyres are full, we've got middle brakes, full springs, full roll bars, full weight reduction, no ballast, no roll bars, and then we've got valves, flywheel, oil cooler, exhaust, air filter, single turbo fill up, and the intercooler. And that is the parts we've got. Like I say, this was a request build, so I'm just going to go through it. We're going to do the tuning as well. I thought what I might do is show you the difference between a standard tune, which this is, and then we'll tune it afterwards and see what the difference is. So we're going around Suzuka, which in a front wheel drive car is going to be a bit more challenging, because obviously it's all about the understeer in the front wheel drive cars and containing it. So I think this is a pretty good car. It's got fairly high handling, so the stats on it are pretty good. Acceleration is low, but you can ignore that because all front wheel drive cars have a slow acceleration because they're slow off the mark because of the wheel spin. But once they get going, they're generally quicker than they say they are. So this is the standard tune. We'll what should we do? Let's we'll reset it anyway, just so we can see. Let's reset tuning settings. So it's exactly the same as it was. So you can see already the computer set it up for a bit of rotation, a softer rear end because of the weight on the tyres there. The gearbox isn't too bad, a bit long in 5th and 6th, 4th probably, not too bad the rest of them. Not too much camber running there, no toe, no extra angle on the caster. It's got a little bit of extra rotation here by having a harder rear, so the stiffer the rear is compared to the front, the more rotation you'll get, because basically as you go into a corner the stiffer end of the car will load up first. So if you have a stiffer front end, it will load up on the front tyres first and you'll lose the front end first. If you've got a stiffer rear end, the rear will load up first and the rear will start to rotate round. So it's just about having enough. So it's got a little bit there. On front wheel drive cars you can manipulate this a little bit, which if you've seen the other tuning guides you'll see. Otherwise, if this is your first one, we'll go through it. Springs are pretty good, ride height is pretty high, bump stiffness ain't too bad, nothing on the geometry. Anti-squat's probably a bit soft, anti-dive's probably a bit soft, and there's no front downforce. Brakes on 50 and 100 and the diff's just on 50, which is fine. Between 50 and 100 is anywhere good on a front wheel drive. So yeah, so let's go and hit a lap in this then. We'll do 4 laps of fuel. So the delta on 4 laps of fuel is 2:15.418. So that's the lap time we have. Let's go. we're cutting the apexes here. Staying in nice and tight. Whenever you're running on your own down here, I tend to favour running next to the wall, as there's always going to be less wind next to the wall, less air, less resistance. So you never know. Suck it out, brake late. Try and roll in, a little bit slide from the rear. A little bit of the top of the leg, smoking. It's just maintaining the speed through really. Trying not to let off the throttle too much on the front wheel drive cars to control that back end from snapping off. A little bit of understeer there. Use the lower gears just to get the front end in. Brake late, cut the corner, as much as we can. Ride out onto the curb a little bit. Nudge it down, cut the corner again. Out onto the curb again. Tight inside, as soon as we're off the apex and start braking. We're going to nudge it down to first to get in on the apex, back to second. Put the wheel spin out of there. I'm going to try and hug it tight all the way around here, so I can take a bit of grass there to help with the rotation. That's probably a little bit late on the turning. Brake a little bit late. Carry our speed out onto the curb. Just slow down slowly around here. Once you've got the line back on. We've got an uphill run onto R130, so we're going to brake late, roll in, cut the corner, run out onto the curb. Say we cut both these apexes. You can take a lot of them, especially this one. $213.1. Run it out to the curb. Bit smooth, so I'll just concentrate on this lap. Cut this apex again. Try not to get as much slide on the rear. Late brake, cut the apex. Start to go out wide as long as you get in early enough. Off the curb, brake. Late down first. Using the grass to stay inside, reducing the distance of our bend. Bit of slide there. Slow momentum down slowly there, and just roll round the last part of that bend. Oh, we're taking too much of that, no we haven't. We've done 2:13s. We could have probably got into the 12s, so there's definitely more time to be had there. But that's not a bad lap on a standard tune, to be fair, I think, for Suzuka in A-Class. So let's go back to the pits quickly. Now we'll just put a quick tune on the car. So we're going to drop the front tyre pressure down a little bit to 27. Keep it lower than the rear just for a bit of extra rotation. The rears don't work that hard on the front wheel drive car, so you can run a little bit higher pressure anyway. I tend to run higher pressure in the rear anyway, just for rotation. So gears aren't too bad. We're going to knock the front down to, the first gear down to 45, second gear 75, we'll have 100, we'll go 120, 139, something like that. And then we're going to run the camber up. I'm going to run a little bit higher camber on the rear because we're going to create a bit of extra rotation using the toe here. So because we're on Suzuka, we're going to use a little bit of extra toe than we normally would, just to, like I say, create rotation. So on the front it will create a quicker turning response. On the rear it will mean the rear will want to follow better. So obviously in a rear wheel drive car it will make it a bit uncontrollable, but in a front wheel drive car it can help. We're going to run our roll bars all the way down to 5. We're going to stay just away from the top. We're going to go 5 and 35. Springs, like I say, this setup's not too far off what I'd probably have. In fact, I'm going to soften them slightly. I'm going to increase the back a little bit, just make the back stiffer. Drop the full ride height, one click up on the rear just to help with rotation again. We're going to go 4.6, 6.9 and then 4.4, 4.6. So that is that number plus 50% equals this number. So 4.6 plus 50% 2.3 equals 6.9. 4.4 plus 50% 2.2 equals 6.6. We run a slightly softer rear just because these cars are predominantly front heavy. We're going to give the same roll centre offset that we normally do, and we're going to give the same sort of anti-dive that we normally do. So that's increasing the rear a little bit, and the anti-squat as well. So this just helps on the trail braking. It just helps the front from dipping too much and lifting the rear. And again, this just helps the rear control itself a little bit by being stiffer. If you run it too stiff on the front wheel drive cars, it will start going more onto 3 legs round the corner, so just be wary of that. So I generally keep it here. I use the same on rear wheel drive cars. And then front aero we're going to go all the way up just to increase the turning. Then the braking, we're going to brake slightly from the rear. We're going to go 130% pressure because again, for trail braking, this gives you a quick grab of the brakes early on. But if you hold them too hard, too long, they'll fade quicker than if you had them lower. But what you have to teach yourself is to use that initial grab and then to roll off the brakes slightly as you come into the corner, and just use the inertia of the car slowing down to lose momentum into the corner, or to slow momentum into the corner. It's just so much smoother, allows you to get on the throttle earlier. Because if you're late on the brakes and late in and you're creating twitches as you turn in, then you're getting on the throttle, you're asking it all to do too much. On a rear wheel drive car you're more inclined to lose the back, and on the front wheel drive car you'll lose the back and then you'll lose the front trying to get the back in. So yeah, so we're going to brake from the rear 130%. Diff, now anywhere between 50 and 100 is good. We're going to have a little bit of wheel spin here, so we're going to go 60. So the lower this is, the more wheel spin you'll get on a front wheel drive car. The higher it is, the less wheel spin you'll get on a front wheel drive car. On a rear wheel drive it works the opposite, so 100% you'll have full wheel spin, and on 0 you'll have no wheel spin. So yeah, they're opposites. So we're going to go 60, so a little bit less slip than that to start with, but they're going to jump in and try that. It's 215.4 last time I think we were, weren't we? So it's fuel and tyre. So we've got 0.3 of a second from the tune. Like I said, there weren't too many drastic changes there, so but let's try it. See how it goes. Cut the apex. A bit wider than that one. It's actually a good little car, this. So I'm going to go out wide, I'm going to brake a little bit late, going to try and roll in. A little snap of the rear there. Using as much of the road as possible. Brake late, cut the apex. It's a lot smooth through there. A little bit wide out there. I forgot to go to first, didn't I? See the difference it makes. Uphill towards our 130. Brake late. Try and keep that line red. Oh, bit of slide. Gonna run out wide. Cut in. Cut in. Did 12-1. Second quicker straight away. Oh, little bit of slide there. Better out there that time. Gained 0.3. Trying to always keep that line orange in front of you if you're using it. Trying to always keep it red when you're braking. Oh, penalty. 2:11.8 though, we had a slight penalty. Flying now, trying not to scrub any speed round here. Here we go. What we got? Boom. 2:11.2. 2 seconds. That's how much a tune is worth. 2 seconds. So there you go. So there you have a. Let me just go back to the event menu. So there you have a hot lap of Suzuka, a hot tune for front wheel drive car that you can use in A-Class now. Obviously with this tune you can use this on your other front wheel drive cars. Experiment with it slightly, like if you want to slightly reduce the roll of the pitch or the snap of the rear, you can just reduce this down slightly. Or you can reduce your front aero slightly. That'll also give you a little bit more speed, but the front aero isn't worth too much speed, to be honest, not as much as the rear. And the differential, to be fair, I think is good. If you want less wheel spin, go up. If you want more wheel spin, go down. They're the main setting adjustments you can make. Gearing felt pretty good, felt pretty solid. Still says it would do 170. I think that's fast enough, and it was pulling like a train. So yeah, get out there in A-Class and try this tune today. Hope you've enjoyed this. Hope you like this, Kobe. And yeah, put in a request for another tune, anyone, and we'll get making it. I've got some backlog ones to do, but hopefully we'll get making them today as well, and we'll get them out there. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe, hit the like button, share them. Let's get everyone getting faster, learning how to tune. You can take this concept onto ACC. I'll be doing that soon. I'll be showing you some. I'm going to be getting back on ACC and back into the tune. I haven't played it for a while, so yeah, if you're into ACC, we'll be looking at the tuning on that soon as well. But you can take this sort of method into, you know, any other game. Basically, you know, it's all about softer front, harder rear for rotation, or harder front, softer rear for less rotation. It's generally the rule of thumb. So I hope you've all learnt something in today, guys, and yeah, there's other tuning guys to check out on the channel. I do other content as well, like the motorbike racing and that. So yeah, thanks for watching, good luck, and see you on the tarmac. Take care, guys.